He's written books for not only the young, but the old and everything in between. He's created these worlds that we all enjoy living in, and with his new book, Behemoth, he's taken us on another journey that is completely unforgettable. I have been jumping up and down and clapping like a complete spaz for 2 weeks waiting on this night, and I'm sure you all feel the same way. So, without further ado, let's give a big, happy, total rockin', pull down your goggles, let's get ready for Mr. Scott Westerfeld.
Where do you get your ideas, right? Because everybody always has that question. And I think all writers secretly fear that question, because it's kind of crazy, actually. We don't know where we get our ideas. Sometimes there's little moments of inspiration that come along, but mostly ideas just come out of sort of nowhere, and they're put together, you know, over a long period of of writing and rewriting, and the ideas aren't really what's important. What's important is all the work, you know, not that 2 seconds of inspiration, but that 1 year of perspiration when you actually had to write the book. And, you know, I don't know if you know this, but there's a little bit of cultural disparity between New York, even rivalry between New York and Los Angeles. Because, you know, with all their movie stars and stuff, they think they're the center of the universe, and we are the center of the universe. Way of dealing with all of this teasing was to write down his experiences among the Los Angelinos. And one of them was about the first time he went to the dentist in LA. And at first it was a perfectly normal dental appointment. You know, you swish, you spit, they probe, they prod. But then right at the end, the dentist sort of took a little step closer to him, put her hand on his shoulder and said, "Excuse me, Mr. Sams, but I think I should see you in my office afterward." So he was kind of scared, actually. He thought maybe he had some sort of lip cancer or something. And so he went back to her office, and she was sitting behind a big giant desk, and there were all her credentials on the wall. And she folded her fingers and said, "Mrs. Sams, I have a serious question for you. Where do you want your teeth to be in 5 years?" So what she was saying is, how much money do you want to spend? How much time do you want to spend? How much pain do you want to endure in the next 5 years to get what percentage of the way to Tom Cruise? And, you know, all the illustrators were marched off to World War I, where they all were just sent into the machine guns to get rid of them. And so the publishers, you know, suddenly that wealth of talent and that huge industry having disappeared, books started to, you know, first pictures disappeared from books for adults, then they disappeared for books for teenagers, and then finally middle grade books lost them in like the 1950s and 60s, and now, you know, if you're reading anything older than Spiderwick, you don't get illustrations anymore, except in Japan.